Today marks a sombre day in the impact of this disease, as we join the list of countries who have seen more than 10,000 deaths.
Amid the grim COVID-19 crisis in the UK, some good news too.
I've today left hospital after a week in which the NHS has saved my life.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is out of a London hospital, a welcome relief for a nation following the same grim trajectory seen all over the world.
The fact that over 10,000 people have now lost their lives to this invisible killer demonstrates just how serious coronavirus is.
Johnson was in intensive care earlier this week after his COVID-19 symptoms worsened. Johnson credits the National Health Service with keeping him alive, and in a Twitter video, thanked the nurses
who stood by my bedside for 48 hours when things could have gone either way.
The government says Johnson will continue his recovery at the Prime Minister's country house, though it wasn't immediately clear when he'll go back to leading the country.
There isn't any advice on how long. That'll be a clinical decision for his doctors.
Across the pond, Easter Sunday came and went in the United States with a few signs of hope. Easter was the day President Trump had hoped to see the country reopened, but as the U.S. surpassed the rest of the world for the most COVID-19 deaths, that wasn't an option. Now the Trump administration is looking to next month.
We're looking at May 1st. Obviously, we want that to happen as soon as possible. I can't predict at this point because, as I said, things are happening very rapidly.
Top infectious disease expert Dr. Anthony Fauci telling CNN that the economy in parts of the country could be allowed to reopen as soon as next month. But that decision is not for the White House to make alone. Governors will have a lot to say about when their states could start returning to normal. In New York,
we want to reopen as soon as possible. The caveat is we need to be smart.
America's worst outbreak is leveling off, but devastating numbers of people are still dying every day.
758 people lost their lives in a 24-hour period.
That's the sixth straight day that the daily death toll for the state topped 700. For City News, I'm Caryn Ceolin.